Happy 7:30 Facebook family! I am so proud of myself. I'm going live on time for the past 2 days in a row and last week. Super excited about that. As you're jumping on, drop in where you're coming in from. Love that part. What's going on, everybody? Hey. So also, if you are brand spanking new and this is the first time that you're seeing my face in Italian, and my amazing throne, drop new in the comments below. So this way I can give you a shout out. So excited. Let me grab my notes and let me wet my whistle. Please hold. Got my red Solo cup. So you guys will never know what's in there. Maybe it's water. Never know. What's going on, everybody? Hello. This is a really cool topic. I'm really excited to share this. Hey, hi Nikki, hi Kevin. So excited. I will send her your love. Carrie, thanks for joining. So this is a really cool topic. Really excited. As you're jumping on, again, if you're brand spanking new, I want to give you a shout out. Drop new in the comments below. If you share this, please type in shared in the comments so I can also come back and shout you out. Really excited. What's going on, everybody? Okay, so how do you brand yourself and not the company that you're with? Now, it could be your network marketing company. It could be maybe you work for a gym and you're a trainer. How do you brand yourself and not the gym that you're working for? Maybe you're, I don't know, maybe you're really into fitness and you want to brand yourself, or maybe you're a chef and you like cooking. My family actually are a bunch of chefs. The men, not the women. So weird, right? So weird. But how do you brand yourself and how do you do this? Hey, what's going on, love? So here's the deal, okay? I'm gonna be very raw, very open, very honest with you guys about how to do this. And we're not gonna get like specific. That's for a whole nother topic and for a time on this live. But I really want you guys to be able to get your feet in the pool. Like, get your toes in the pool. You don't have to go off the diving board with this, but you guys need to start doing this ASAP because you're losing money by not branding yourself. Now, you might not make money right away, okay, by branding yourself, but you are going to what? Build a what? What do we think? What do we think I'm going to say? Build a following, okay? And that is the most important thing. If you think about celebrities, you think about Kim Kardashian or Kylie Jenner, or you think about Shailene Johnson, they've all built a following, okay? Yeah, so the celebrities, but Shailene Johnson wasn't a celebrity when she built her following. It's all about building a following and finding your tribe, okay? So, excuse me, apparently I've been talking too much. So one, why the heck are you branding your company? Like, why? Your company's already branded. They don't need help. You don't need to brand them. I don't know how many times I gotta say this for everybody to listen and listen up and like listen to what I'm telling. If I know the company you're with, that's not a good thing, okay? Unless we've had a conversation. Like, stop branding your company. Because here's the deal, okay? What happens if your company shuts down, okay? What happens if your company's owner does something super inappropriate, or maybe the CEO does something inappropriate, or something happens and you're branding and all you're doing is talking about that freaking CEO or that owner? What happens if you decide to leave one day and then people look at you and they're like, really? Like, but I thought you were that girl. I thought you were the girl that walked around only wearing that makeup. Right? Let me just make this clear. I wear lots of different types of makeup, so you cannot brand me with just one makeup. I like makeup, but I won't just wear one kind, right? So you have to think about this for a second. Like, why are you branding that company and why are you not branding yourself? Now, people get confused, and I'm going to go into this, like, how do I brand myself and how do I do this without, like, having to spend a bajillion dollars on a website? I don't know how to make those cool graphics, Marina. Well, neither did I, and I figured it out, and it cost me $0. It's called Word Swag. Word Swag. Okay, you can upload your picture and then put a cool little saying with it and put a hashtag. So it's not rocket science. You don't have to spend all this money branding yourself, so I'm going to go through that. But here's the deal. If you don't want to get stuck as being known as like the girl that only does that, stop branding your company. And I see it all the time, like, my product is better than yours. I'm actually gonna go over the don'ts first. Where's my page? The do not do's. I'm gonna go over this first, okay? Because I'm seeing all over the place, like, my company's better than yours, or my product is better than yours, or this is better than yours, and it's super annoying. And this is why I see that. Maybe your product might be a little bit better, or it might be better, but that doesn't mean that your ownership is. And that doesn't mean that your compensation is. And that doesn't mean that your leadership is, and that doesn't mean that your culture is. So don't get into a boxing match on Facebook by saying that your products are the bomb diggity and everybody else's sucks. Don't also get into a fist fight about leadership or culture, because everybody has a different, what do you say? Like a different inspiration. Some are going to be inspired by money. Some are going to be inspired by products. I personally don't make decisions based on products because I think that's not a good way to make a decision when it comes to business. I think that is a piece of the puzzle. So just keep that in mind. So do not post on Facebook, my product is better than yours, my company is better than yours, because it's not good. Okay. Number 2, what is, oh, my dome, I fell. Hold on, heads up. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm literally wearing like sweatpants today. Okay, but I'm wearing pants for you, so that's a good thing. Okay, so don't do that. Facts do not inspire people. So here's the thing. If you're posting fact after fact after fact after fact, you're not inspiring somebody to join you or to follow you. So what inspires people is what's going to make people make decisions. Does this make sense? Like, so if today you've seen, first of all, if you're watching the replay, drop a 1 below. I forgot to mention that. So if you're on the replay, but drop a 2 below, because you're live, so you're not gonna drop this now. But drop a 2 below if you've seen somebody consistently posting facts about their company, product, or compensation plan. If you've seen it before, drop a 2 below. And I can tell you that probably didn't make you make a decision to join their company or buy their product, because facts don't inspire people. Stories inspire people, and that is a big part of branding, is your story. So who you are is enough. Who you are is your brand. What you love is your brand. What inspires you is your brand. And just because I like to get my nails done and I like high heels doesn't mean that you have to. Does that make sense? Are we getting this? Drop some yeses below if this is making some sense. Okay. So you need to brand yourself around these certain things. 1, your story. What is your story? Again, whole nother Facebook Live, whole nother training that I'm doing with my special VIP group. So if you want to be in that VIP group, please drop group in the comments. So this way I can get you in there, because I'm going to do a whole training on how to create your story. Okay, but you got to dig deep and you got to get vulnerable and share your story. So most people know a little bit of my story. Not everybody knows the bulk of my story. Those that are super close to me know my story. So they know where I've come from and where I've been and where I've been in the past 5 years. But your story is where your brand will start. Your story, okay? And if you need help with your story, drop group below so I can get you into that group. Your story is what inspires, so that's what you're going to brand yourself. 2, what inspires you? What inspires you? That's what you're going to share with other people. Maybe you read a book and you have something that you want to share about it. Like, that's you. It's who you are. Like, people want to be a part of you. Think about the people that you follow. Think about the people that inspire you. There's something that they say, there's something that they do, there's something about who they are that just gets you on your core, like in your heart, in your gut, and you're just like, oh, I can do this, right? Like, I can do this. Yes, you know what? I want to get up and I want to own the world today. I want to be a superhero. I want to be a rock star. Yeah? So again, what inspires you? Start sharing that with people. 3, obstacles that you've overcome. Huge. Okay, how many of you have an obstacle that you've overcame from the day that you were born till today? Put me in the comments. If you've overcome something in your life, I want you to put me in the comments. If you've overcome an obstacle, you have an inspiring story somewhere. And that's what inspires people. I think about like ESPN. My husband watches it all day, every day. But what I do love is like late night, once we're all done and we're laying in bed, and ESPN, which I'm not a big sports buff, but I do it with him. Like, that's the time we spend together. But I love ESPN because here's the deal. They always share those inspiring stories of what people have overcome, right? I remember watching this one girl, I don't remember exactly what she had. I don't know if it was MS or some kind of muscle disorder that she had, but she was a runner. And every time she would put her 5,000% into running the race, she ran track, okay? And every time that she did that, at the very end of the race, she would collapse, and they would have to put her in ice. Like, it was so inspiring. It had me in tears. But here's the thing, it was her story that inspired me. So I love watching any obstacle that people have to overcome to get to where they are. Because it's those obstacles that you've overcome that will inspire somebody. Because somebody can be in a deep, dark place right now, and maybe you've been there before, and your story is going to inspire them. Like, that is your brand. You. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to make crazy, amazing websites. Find somebody to do it for you, but you don't need to do that right away. Your Facebook is your website. I've said this a million times. Like, your story is enough, and people need to hear it. So share it, okay? Okay, so I already said that. Now I'm going to go back to number 1 over here. So stop branding your company, because your story is what inspires people to join your company. You are your brand, okay? So number 2, what are you inspired by? Think about that. Like, sit down, and I have to give a shout out to Bridget Irby, because she was the one that really started this with me and really helping me like figure out what my brand was, what I wanted my brand to be. Shout out to you, girlfriend. And what I did was she said, sit down and figure out like what inspires you, what doesn't inspire you. What are you drawn to? Who are the people that you watch on Facebook or YouTube videos? And what do you think about when you wake up in the morning? Like, when you're in that deep, dark place, what gets you out of that deep, dark place? Like, what is your purpose? Like, what can you share with the world? And it could be something really small. And it could get really, really big over time, but you got to start somewhere. So sit down and write down what inspires you. What gets you out of bed every morning? I posted that today. Like, if you're like not waking up with some big goals, like, go back to sleep, boo-boo. Go back to sleep, okay? So number 3 is you don't need to throw thousands of dollars into a website. I'm gonna say it again. Facebook is your website. So let's go over Facebook really quickly, okay? Oh, I love you, Nicole. Guys, thank you for the shares. If you share this, but share it in the comments so I can come back, shout you out, and say thank you, okay? So 1, your profile photo needs to be you. Not your dog, not your cat, not your kid, not your man, not your wife, not your whoever. It needs to be you. It's your brand. You are your brand. What's up, Nadia? Guys, if you're not following Nadia, go click on her and hit the follow button after my live, okay? 2, your cover photo. Go ahead, put your kids in there, put your man in there, do whatever you want in your cover photo. But when you comment on people's, like when you comment on their threads on Facebook, the first thing that they see is your faccia, your face. Again, that's based in Italian. I'm going to teach you guys some Italian on here, okay? And it needs to stay the same, so stop changing that bad boy every single day. Like, keep it the same. Change it like once a month if you want to change it. Show who you are on your Facebook, because it's your website. What do you like? What have you learned? Share some inspiration, and what is your story? Like, get on Facebook Live and share your story, because people need to be inspired by you. You've overcame something. You are important. You are amazing, and people need to hear it. Okay? Amazing. Jaden, I love you too. And stop sharing stupid-ish on Facebook. Like, stop with the stupid shares. And here's the thing. Like, some of you, I go to your Facebook, and all you're doing is sharing stuff. Like, you're only sharing things. What's up, mommy? My mom's on here. My mom's already branding herself, and she's been on Facebook like for 5 seconds. I'm so proud of her. Okay, where do you think I get the shoes from? My mom. Mom, say hi to everybody so they can say hi to you. So here's the deal. Stop only sharing stuff on Facebook. Like, go create your own content. Like, get on there and share inspirational things. This is all wrapped around branding, if you're wondering. All wrapped around branding. Pick 1 day a week, in my opinion, where you share a testimonial about your product or your business. Once a week. And why do I say that? Because again, you're not branding your freaking company. You're branding you. You. People follow you. You don't need to brand your company. Again, if it shuts down tomorrow, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? If you have a following, they go with you. Make sense? Yes? Are we liking this? Making sense? So pick one day a week. And again, stop saying your company name. When people are inspired, you guys, when you inspire somebody, you could literally make a post that has nothing to do with your product, nothing to do with your business, and it inspires them so much that they're literally gonna reach out to you and say, thank you for inspiring me. And it opens up a conversation where you can interview them and see if what you're doing might work for them. Yeah? Ooh, I like that, Marina. That's new. All right, so we're done with that piece of paper. We went over the don't do's. So here's the deal. I'm going over in my VIP group. I'm gonna go over creating your story. I'm gonna go over setting up your profile the right way, more branding stuff. I got a whole bunch of cool stuff that's going in there. So drop group in the comments if you wanna be in there. It's faux free, people, faux free, but it's a closed group. So I'll send you the link so you can request to be in it. Second thing is this, like I have a lot of people that are reaching out to me and saying, I don't know what to do on my Facebook Lives. And it's driving me a little crazy because I feel like you guys know how to have conversations and you're just scared. Like you're just scared to do Facebook Lives. And I want you to know the fastest way to build your brand or to build your business is through Facebook Lives. It used to be YouTube, it used to be Periscope. Facebook Lives is absolutely huge. And I'm not saying you have to get on and do what I'm doing. Get on there and share your story because your story is important and people need to hear your story. Your brand is you and not your company. Your company does not matter. You matter. You are going to want to inspire people. You're the one that's going to take people to the next level. You're coaching them. You're putting in the work. Brand yourself and teach your teams to do the same thing. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for the shares. Thanks for being with me. And sorry I didn't do my hair for you guys. I had to slick it back today because I just did not have time to do it. But I'm grateful that you guys are on here. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, same time. And I'll get you guys in the groups as soon as I'm done with spending some time with my munchkin. You are enough. Bye, guys.